visitors we have or new members that are here for the first time tonight. Would you please either raise your hand, stand up, big knowledge? Well, I have something for you. Well, the next thing up is the dock shooting contest. Does anybody want to be a late entry right now? But this is going to close. So we have whatever. How many we have? 7, 8? 7. We're going to do it back in this room back here. Very quickly, you're welcome to get up and watch these guys go at it. But let me show you the rod that we're going to use to shoot. Andy was gracious enough to offer his rod to shoot the docks. Would you show them what we're going to use? And it's actually got an extension. You can... Andy, you left the scope off.
And it's white light.
So where do I sign up?
Where do you sign up now? Okay. Paul, you're going to do the judging. It's going to be in the other room, and we'll bring the... We have 3 identical rods. The ones with the 1/16th, 1/32nd, and a 1/8. Your choice of which way you want to shoot with. Those that sign up, you know, the rules are simple. You get 1 practice shot, you pay $5. You
8 down. Get 1 practice.
Yep.
I'm trying to stand back. All right.
You want another? You want to go ahead?
Good practice.
Oh. Whoa. All right.
That's it, I guess.
Yep.
It's always the rules. In loafers.
Oh. There's your practice shot. You get 3 more.
3 shots.
3 shots.
Just the closest of these 3.
Yeah. This is like pitching pennies, huh? Bend that rod, dude.
Professional dock shooter. Do you need a practice?
Yeah, I need to practice. Right over.
How many chances for Jason?
He gets 1 practice and 3 shots.
Okay.
That's not how you shoot dogs. You gotta get up under something.
Bounce it in.
There it is.
Aimed it.
It won't be intentional either, I promise. And you do for Shakira a lot, don't you?
Nice practice.
I'm telling y'all, you shouldn't take a practice. Got to practice. Y'all all shooting the wrong hand.
The next thing is going to be a seminar by Cliff Spindle, and I'd like to recognize Cliff. We saw on your famous fishing board that you have to show everything. You were missing a decal on your board, so you're going to get this as an honorary.
We're going to start filling it up. I'm going to take it down and use the old one. Oh, man. I want to thank Jimmy and the rest of the board for allowing me to come up here and talk to y'all today. It's good to see such a good crowd, great membership, all the guests today. Anyways, I'm wanting to cover building, making, learning where to locate and build and put your brush piles to make your crappie fishing more productive. Now I've got a lot of different ways of doing it. A lot of people fish timber. A lot of people like just fishing under bridges. I've got brush for everything. Okay, and I'm going to try to cover all of this as I can. Let me grab a couple of things here so I won't lose my place. That'll work. All right. Let's start off by different types of structure. One of my favorite, and a lot of people's favorite, of course, is willow. In my opinion, willow is the best cover you can put out in the lake for crappie. It's better to put it out whenever there's leaves, although in the winter time you can put it out, don't have leaves, it still will bring fish, it just takes longer for them to produce. Okay, if you put it out while it has leaves on it, you'll actually have fish come in probably as soon as the next day. I went and fished, put one out the other day, went back 2 days later just to check it. We caught 30 fish off of it. So it doesn't take long. The leaves help provide cover and brings in the bait fish, which of course brings in your crappie. Alrighty, the other thing that's really good, I wish Ernest was here. He's done more on bamboo than I have. I haven't put out much bamboo. Some of you out there may have. I don't know it's been real productive. Like I say, I don't have a lot to go by on it, but just from what I've heard, bamboo is probably one of the next best ones to put out. Cedar trees or Christmas trees, another good one to put out. I don't think it's as good as the willow or maybe the bamboo, but it's really a good cover to put out. It's real abundant during Christmas time. Everybody gathers up the Christmas trees. You can pick them up from a lot of the tree dealers and go in out there and sink them, and it's good for a lot of people use them in slips. I think really on cedar, I think they're better if you suspend them than if you put them on bottom. Reason is, on cedar, if it's green, if it's not sticking straight up, if you lay it flat on the bottom, that cedar will actually just kind of collapse and lay more flat on the bottom. Okay, here we go. Here's your water line. Can everybody see this? Okay, here's your water line up here. This is the bank. You're coming off, and it drops off into 10 foot of water right here. Okay? Where I got the X's are good locations to put that brush. Right at the bottom of this drop would be a good location. Now, this is not, depending on the lake, and this is very important too. Some lakes, crappie run deeper than other lakes. Okay? Like, say for instance, Texoma. A good depth to put out brush on Texoma will be anywhere from 8 to 15 foot. I'll hardly ever put brush any deeper than that. But like Ray Roberts, for instance, anywhere from 20 to 25 foot deep is good too. Also, but I do put out brush in this depth mainly for the post pond and after during the fall whenever they start pushing bait up shallow. They'll move into these shallower spots. Again, right there where it drops back off again, if you find a double ridge is what this here is, right there where it starts dropping off, or right down here at the bottom, is the location you want to try to set your brush at. Because as this fish is traveling down this ridge, like I say, they're going to use these ridges to travel, they'll stop in on these spots. So learn your lake, go through with your sonar, scope it out before you set out your brush. Okay. Okay, this is southeast, northwest. Okay, typically this time of year, the wind's going to blow out of the south, southwest, or southeast. This particular point right here would be a good southeast point to set brush on. Right here, off this point of it, and this green line, this is just to let you know, that the black line is actually bank, the green line is actually your break where it drops off at. Alright, off the point right here, okay, right around this corner of this point, if it's blowing due south, you'll have a little break, southeast, you're covered. You can fish that, I don't care what that wind's blowing, you're covered. You can be able to set on it. Same here, long as this is still like a ridge. Find a place like this where you have a straight ridge in between points like this is a good area to set your brush at.